I was not close to my dad when I was young. I can remember that while I was growing up, my dad would rarely be at home during the weekdays and would come home only during the weekends. So we were not able to bond as father and son when I was a young boy, and even when I was in my teens. We never got to talk. My dad actually loved to talk. He was a very good salesman, an excellent sales trainer. But I rarely had the opportunity to talk with my dad when I was growing up. But I thank the Lord that I did get a chance to bond with him when I was in my early adulthood, when I was starting out in my career, because I got this opportunity to work with him in the same company. That was a time that I really did get a chance to talk with him as, father and son. And I believe every child should have the opportunity to talk heart to heart with their fathers. There is so much good that results from having a father and child talk. I believe this is what King Solomon was pointing to in this proverb that he wrote. He said, "Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching, for they are a graceful garland for your head and pendants for your neck." Fathers have so much to tell us about life. They've lived a couple of decades ahead of us. So there's so much we can learn from them if we give them the opportunity to teach us, even as adults. Now, I understand sometimes our fathers can be very difficult to talk with. They assert their authority too much sometimes. They tend to dominate the discussion. They look at us and treat us as if we're still little 7-year-old boys and girls. They can be dismissive. They can be unreasonable, insulting even. I understand. And perhaps for some of us, we've never learned yet to find our voice, nor have we found the courage to speak out, or, when necessary, to talk back. So for some of us, talking with our fathers can be a struggle. Or some of us may have fathers that are too quiet, too silent. They'd rather keep to themselves. They leave the house in the morning without a word. They come home in the evening too tired to speak. Mahiyain siguro. May malalim na iniisip. Sa ganitong sitwasyon, medyo mahirap talagang makipag-usap sa iyong tatay. But whether your father is overly dominant or is just too quiet, I believe there is a right time for talking with your dad. May tiyempo. May tamang pagkakataon na binubuksan ng Diyos para magkausap kayo ng tatay mo. Malay mo, ikaw rin lang ang hinihintay niya. And I tell you, it would be worth it. Something happens to your relationship when you are able to break through and get to really communicate with your dad. In the words of the Proverbs, it will be a graceful garland for your head and pendants for your neck. It is like a prize earned by someone who's reached a major achievement. As you learn to reach out and open up to your father, to talk to him, and perhaps to get to know him even more, please always remember, faith matters too.